zum Teufel bist du? Und was zur Hölle willst du vom Belzebub? Das Necronomicon ist ein seltenes Buch und El Diablo ist selbstbewusst. Das hast du nicht selbst gewusst? Und es wird dir selbstbewusst, dass jeder sterben muss. Denn irgendwann ist eben Schluss. Von der Geburt über den ersten Kuss bis zum letzten Atemzug. Leben wird zu einer echten Sucht. Und Angst vor dem Tod ist der beste Grund. Aber Unsterblichkeit wäre ein Fluch. Denn die Unendlichkeit dauert eine ewige Zeit ohne Flucht.
Allied to a timeless lactate fluids down my inner calf as my cock thrusts internally and your body rots eternally in my cemetery of snuff and decay. Rotting hands are sewn off during my sexual ceremonies, while corpse mutants bear the memories of anal abuse. Their physical landscapes carry the scars as they have been transformed with rods and bars. Child cadavers that resemble prehistoric primordial filth are filled with liquids and treated to monster cocks. Old pedophilic freaks, it's cadaver raving flesh without life or feeling. Every carcass tells a story with the rotten flesh and a foul stench. Cold and pink disfigured ornaments, lifeless yet descriptive imprints, bleeding wounds, scars, burns and fractures. Murderous tortures are reenacted, straight from the way that your skull's impacted. My simple solution to life confusion. Your violent death is a pollution, or an aid for the sickly amusements, like the multiple cuts on a dead woman's cut. Trademark incisions made in the flesh of a dirty slut, after nailing the bleeding eyelid shut. Disemboweled, hung-drawn and quartered, and pure and condemned meats need to be slaughtered. Your life is aborted and abused by the sordid, sick and the morbid. Butchering on the death wheel, innocent, delicate bodies are broken and skilled in the cold steel, disambiguated rock skin peels to reveal the congealed blood of meats in the vaginal meal. At the moment of brain death, irreversible cessation. My murderous creations of trophies after decapitation. I keep you rotten pussy for my penis penetration.
Seid verrückt und ratlos, mit der Zeit aber auch rückgratlos, weil ihr drückt grad bloß den Türdrücker hoch. Verhindert so alle neuen Informationen, wie bei einem Fischerabboot, egal wie doll man schrubbt. Man wird den alten Geruch sicher nicht los. Nur eins ist sicher und das ist der Tod. Und zwar für immer, Idiot. Du musst nichts außer sterben und das werden schließlich alle auf dieser Erde. Wann können wir nicht lernen? Denn nur das Schicksal weiß es als erstes. Vielleicht trifft es dich diesmal, auch wenn es sehr schwer ist. Du beschwerst dich, doch der Tod ist ein Teil des Lebens und an jeden vererblich.
The moment before sleeping, the final comatosis. The second before the body releases its final energy surplus. A life force exists on the extinguished souls, the spirits of dead mutilated men. Only in acts of pure sadistic brutality are these demonic entities a form of reality. Just before the last breath leaves your murdered mortal vessel, known by all Christians as the time of judgment, as written in the first convent, but used for purposes of mind control, to command the malformed human soul. Faith and facts, death have no meaning. It's time for cadaver cleaning. Your vital essence drained and hung up on the fixtures from the ceiling, while your mind is still dreaming. The exposed brain is on the sacrificial altar, worms eating, decomposing ape-like form, while chunks of your cranium are decayed, rotten and torn.
Butchers Harem, misery fucking freaks. We're preying on the weak. Fuck is all. Evil shit, you fucking suffer. Hunting humans in the forest for amusement, culling all these mortal mutants in supply. Executions, ruthless predators of all species, bringing divine retribution. Tracking their movements, killing these weaklings in seclusion like a thoroughly solution. Hunting humans in the forest for amusement, culling all these mortal mutants in sublime executions. Slaughtering prey, easily killing you for supremacy. Demonic divinity, eating the spoils of victory. Fair game for higher entities. Someone get bitch. Wolf Prince, Dread Butcher. Damien Corleone. And take on blood. Fucking it up.
Stabbing the leg and I'm watching you run. They're stalking the games of the flesh is to come. Infected the maggots are eating the wounds with mutton and bullshit dead body balloons. Straight for the dirt and torture with tools and severed, beheaded and cut into cubes. Tracking the sentence, the smell of the pussy, murdering the bullshit and bloodstained hoodie. Waking the bullshit, you're naked and cut. Intestinal bleeding, you're nursing your gut.
hardcore crew.
Fuck the discharge, the barrage of penetrating falls into sex. Forced out of my shit covered dick lays, thick with anal waste. An entrail massacre, enslaved prostitution used from Yugoslavia. Found dead just delivers cadaver. My diarrhea drips on your shit smeared orifice. We're gonna drop our feces in your oversized cock-stretched lips. My feet mutilated clips to my small slut slave animal. My homebred cannibal. Rape mechanics with the end result, you're cut behind my semi-automatic. And my bloody cock fucking your face with my little bread slut stabbing erratic. The butcher results satanic. My raping motion is like an incarcerated psycho sporadic. My thrusts are manic. I love to see a woman's eyes panic as I cover her in flame opticals and sever her ventricle. Her thighs weak and she seems penetrable. Her tongue reaches for your nailed nipples. The operation seems simple. The razor stab slices the breast tissue.
For acts of sodomy, in trial punishing to assure the mate's quality. With 6 sinister views with death thoroughly. They're all organ donors for the butcher's intentional buggery. Corpse culling for acts of sodomy, in trial punishing to assure the mate's quality. With 6 sinister views with death thoroughly. They're all organ donors for the butcher's intentional buggery. Fuck the meat, I use a chisel and hammer it. Corpse carving necrophagic. Butchering your dead moist cut, deforming like it's elastic. Cut lips, smothered with the pure gastric. Liquefied, spitting acidic stomach fucking. Pissy intense little mess with my dick coated with your corpse shit. Your clits embracing the excreted meats with your torn out slit attached to my bloodthirsty member. Bloated like a leech, drinking a septic ooze, twats leak from the cadaverous orifice. My last victim's bones spread your rotten ass cheeks. As a dead sleep, in pools of cess, I caress the breath of the unconscious victims and inject the poison. I'm erect as the vulva's moistened. I piss in the post-coital, scattered neighbored rectal semen portal. A septic death is unavoidable, and every second of human decomposition is sexually enjoyable. Acts of sodomy, in trial punishing to assure the mate's quality. With 6 sinister views with death thoroughly. They're all organ donors for the butcher's intentional buggery. Corpse carving for acts of sodomy, in trial punishing to assure the mate's quality. With 6 sinister views with death thoroughly. They're all organ donors for the butcher's intentional buggery.
Ich bin ein hasserfülltes Wesen, denn Hass erfüllt mein Leben. Durch hassgefüllte Tränen kann ich Gefühle sehen. Was wird mir übel von dem Elend? Angst beflügelt die Seele und Darmgeschwüre geben dem Arsch das gewünschte Ergebnis. Ein stark gewürztes Gewebe, stark für die Nächsten und zwar die Überlegenen. Immer erst Überlegenen, bevor er drüber reden, niemals Lügen erzählenden. Part von dem vorübergehenden Psychopath der lyrischen Art. An meiner Kacke kannst du schmecken. Was hatte ich gegessen? Ich werde dich messen, das wäre am besten. Denn du bist der Erste beim Fressen und der Letzte beim Absetzen. Ich hasse Menschen, die nicht nachdenken und mir nur am Arsch hängen. Sitze vor einem Blatt und beschrifte es in meinem Blatt. Denn rot ist der Leichensaft und der Tod meine Leidenschaft.
I've killed 15 people. Who told you that? What do you mean? He lied, asshole. You're not natural. That means you're meat for the beast.
Ich gehe auf den Friedhof ohne Kuscheltiere, weil ich an der Freakshow nie die Lust verliere. Ich bin lieblos wie ohne Mutterliebe, denn ich lieb bloß verbotene Spiele und liebkos tote Tiere. Am Mikro mein Mund verliere, rigoros motiviere und riesengroß mutiere, weil ich wieder so Mut kriege. Wieso denn die Muskeltiere? Ich muss kapieren und eigene Muskeln kriegen und nicht nur subtrahieren. Da ich mich sowieso auf die unzensierten Dinge fokussiere. Ich beginne schon zu fliegen, befinde mich in den bewussten Schienen und schwimme im Fluss der 7 schlimmen Todsünden. Ich höre tote Stimmen und sehe Notenschlüssel im toten Winkel. Nekromantik, für dich leblos und ranzig, für mich ebenso, aber fantastisch. Nekromantik.
As I close my eyes, I tears of blood fall on my red cock. Just before I thrust my penis in a dead court, the memories are loaded in my brain. The face awakes, and a rotting dead remains are transformed from the rotten slate. And my lifeless corpse is amongst the mortal living again. I like to lick her dead septic lips and show her that I love her, and she's still my dead scat lover. My hand squeezing caress her decayed mutilated tits, while they are black and in the grip of rigor mortis. My love aborted, my hands are slaughtered. The innocence of living sense are forced into an early descent. I held a decomposing head close to mine to whisper the last words, the final verse goodbye. My knife punctured and performed a sick function. Life consumption, my first eruption. Sliced a young life force from her vital breathing arteries. Her cardiovascular system was exhausted. Her final breath, just before death. As I lay down, her skin is ripped off head.
You come smeared tears are spitting out blood and pus secretions. You feel my core purging depletion of semen and vaginal lesions. You bitches slurp my pork's vomit is discharged. I'm sucking the meat from your head to your ass, marinate you in cooked juice with fish hooks, keeping your pussy lips apart. Excretion drips from the rectal scars. Rotten cunt skin sweet and aromatic. It's nailed to my penis and the cum drips are automatic. Decomposing victims abused after death to deliver the vaginal spasms erratic. I use a surgical blade to reconstruct your face as it burns at the rape. Colonic waste as I amputate, separate your meat platter. Make a skin graft of your ass tits and remove your pussy lips with 2 snips. Displace the erogenous organs aroused by ass puncturing knife tips. Electric cautery scissors attack the dead whore's genitals. Pubic hairs are singed from electrical burning to help make the muff edible. Sanitize with rusted metal to be eaten like a decomposing vegetable.
Leichenschänder sind Einzelkämpfer, so wie Freidenker, aber auch Alleingänger. Uns kann keiner ändern und das Fleischermesser vielleicht besser für reinen Splatter. Leichenschänder sind Einzelkämpfer, so wie Freidenker, aber auch Alleingänger. Uns kann keiner ändern und das Fleischermesser ist vielleicht besser für reinen Splatter.
Leichenschänder sind Einzelkämpfer, so wie Freidenker, auch Alleingänger. Uns kann keiner ändern und das Fleischermesser ist vielleicht besser für reinen Splatter.
My head's a smothered with shit when I grab your luscious tits. Scatterodic slap massaging with laxatives. My vein girdle dick drinks from your colostomy bag. It's fuel from my caprophagous stiff hard brick. Collect my semen on your vomit laden lips. Take a lick. I squeeze your fat ass cheeks. Suspends the transsphincteric fistulas. Stuff powerful with the ass ramming impetus and colonic irritants. My mutant pig cock tickles the bowel walls with venereal symptoms. The excretions of my fingers and all inches of the anal torturing implement I like to call my penis. I'm aroused by violent misdemeanors, vaginal intercourse with the blade or acids injected by intravenous. Slashing your meat still abricious. Submission fulfills my sickest of wishes. It's vicious like the Ripper disfigures. I'll pull your teeth out manually or never grip a trigger. Hands and abortions of pregnant sluts. Guts and entrails I like to finger. Humiliation and torment till your life spent. I wanna smell a putrefying horse scent. A rotten corpse backward is elegant. The cold vaginal lips are delicate. After I sever them, fornication and dismemberment. Burns and engravings on the dead anal lips gaping. Brutally sodomized, it's ritualistic raping of the dissected mothers in waiting. Aborted at 28 weeks gestation. Evisceration of fetus. Early malformations of human flesh remaining. Fuck selling black market organs. I kicked them for my poor Gore performance. Masturbated after being cut into small portions. Your vagina's my human toilet, you need extreme caution when combating my enlarging penis distortions. The remaining fetuses I donate to Cumberland's butchered harem of orphans. Miniature size coffins fit the circumference of beheaded toys. Young boys are tortured, ready for consumption of my pet. My little tiny whore advocate, a newly sculpted child Gore slut. I feed the remains from the uterus, the gateway, a dimension of eternal youth. The vaginal fountain that flows from your mum's dripping cunt. During the day my little slut slave is kept in my dungeon, my underground cave. Bred of blood and taught the language of Gore screams and vaginal cries. The heart must die when it's taught from the moment of birth. The taste of hurt and the smell of a child's uterus when it's burnt. My chained child is a murderous dog, a bitch to flog, a receptacle for my cock rod. It's the Cumberland orphanage, children born in shit for carnal sin. Wasted toddlers cadavers are thrown in the street bins. My little sex companion helps my vital masterpiece, an eternal sex feast. Her infant bleach cut gates like a tubular tunnel. I funnel bleach into her open meat flour. I feel the power I behold as my cock towers over exposed tongue. I smell the scent of old mature deposits of secreted cum. With my dirty fingers in a tight aged bum. Her hands are ejaculating my throbbing circumcised dick. My little slut likes to slice my prick when it blows alone quick and fast in a childlike size clit. She laughs as I sigh and urinates as our victim dies. It's a paradise to smear my sexual appetites on my scat child companion. Your memory blood are drained into my bred slave small vagina. I have a thirst to suck up the liquids from my little hottie's butt. Within a second I've drunk all the menstrual juice from my slut slave tiny hairless cunt cup.
My flesh is surgically modified, so on the inside of my fortified sculpted vagina, blade slice your puny prick when you're thrust inside her. I'm armed to the teeth with deadly toxins lurking beneath genetic bionic mutations, horrific penis melting alterations. My sick erotic persuasion always leads to castration, a bleeding man-slave situation. Right for the anal harvest with the hardest, freshly sharpened knife penetration. Blood spilling copulation, 20 soft cock fuckwits left emasculated. I leave you incapacitated. When I'm hot for the vicious killing, my pupils are dilated. Then I'll leave you saturated in your own fecal matter. Your penis and your brains are left splattered, drowning your feeble meat lands battle stands. My small and vulvar glands are artificially enhanced. Domination over men with my sublime menstruation. Come and join the holy syndication, the inhabilitation of the penis nation. I finger your entrails after selling off your sloppy surplus. Your edible genitals are up on the market for self-service. I'm hot and perverted, using men for their only purpose, to satisfy my swollen beef curtains. I have a convent of little boys chained to bunkers in my dungeon. The smell is so foul and repugnant from the steaming sick from every orifice, turning the prepubescent boys into men is metamorphosis. I like them in a primitive anthropomorphous state. It makes me gyrate when I masturbate onto their terrified face. With my cunt I suffocate. I tell them to be calm and use it like an oxygen mask, a breathing organism to suck down in the dark. As they're cold and undressed, bodies take their last breath. My prepubescent breast I caress. I keep the boys in my debaucherous boudoir. I can hear their little hearts beating like a sonar, collecting needle pin dicks on hooks in my abattoir. My organ donors lying limp in a coma, petite emaciated boners drenched in my acidic enema.
Make this a planet where mutants rule. Make this a planet where mutants rule. Make this a planet where mutants rule. Make this a planet where mutants rule.
fake cannibalism, fucking open incisions and forced submission to women. Suck on the peacock, swallow the shit, stop spinning. When it's time for gum drinking, tits bleeding, and perforation of labius covered with leeches. Eat shit and drink piss, squirt the semen on vaginal features. The flesh is to garnish the penis, massaging and carnage. It's empty cuts of normally loose, your big flats are obtuse. It's an obvious target for acid burning abuse. Intestinal juice spews as I'm butchering the fallopian tubes. Fuck you with a machete, so my penis brace steady. A fucking pussy with an axe till it's when ready. Raped in a pool of blood, scalpels for the ass meat and collars ready. Fill the bloody hole with semen till it's time for beheading. I lick the shit of the ceremonial art sphincters on my virginal victims. Prayed in the bush pit before you get injured. Diarrhea drift from the wounds I have inflicted.
Sei herzlich willkommen zur ertotenen Orgie. Wir ficken Leichen, das Milton und die Bessie. Bloodsport Records und Bhattacharya vergewaltigen Leiche, denn sie können sich nicht wehren. Sei herzlich willkommen zur ertotenen Orgie. Wir ficken Leichen, das Milton und die Bessie. Bloodsport Records und Bhattacharya vergewaltigen Leiche, denn sie können sich nicht wehren. Ich komme zu dir, vergewaltige und bitte dich um alle Bilder von dir. Weil du jetzt viel schöner bist, weil das eine gute Lösung ist, mach ich das so bei jeder Frau. Ich schlage sie zu Brei und sie sehen wie Hackepete aus. Ich fange eine Fledermaus und beiß ihr den Kopf ab. Treffe nun auf die Schlange, denn sie wird jetzt Kopfball im 8. Monat schwanger. Ich steche in den Bauch, zieh das Messer wieder raus und den Embryo auch. Steck ihn in meinen Rucksack, der ist für heute Abend, für die einsame Stunde. Dient ihr als Wichtvorlage zurück zu der Frau, die zuckend auf der Erde liegt, gleich gefoltert wird und Blutspucken sterben wird. Meine Faust ist geballt, ich hab ne Schlacken auf, Faust in den Arsch. Ich höre diese arme Frau, mein Arm ist wieder draußen. Er ist blutrot, die Nutte atmet nicht mehr. Ist jetzt tot, ich trete ihr in die Fresse und sie wacht wieder auf. Hurra, ich mache weiter und hole meine Waffe raus. Ich schieße auf die Arme, ich schieße auf die Beine, ich schieße auf jede Frau, um die Hexen zu vertreiben. Sei herzlich willkommen zur ertotenen Orgie. Wir ficken Leichen, das Milton und die Bessie. Bloodsport Records und Bhattacharya vergewaltigen Leiche, denn sie können sich nicht wehren. Sei herzlich willkommen zur ertotenen Orgie. Wir ficken Leichen, das Milton und die Bessie. Bloodsport Records und Bhattacharya vergewaltigen Leiche, denn sie können sich nicht wehren. Sei herzlich willkommen zur ertotenen Orgie. Wir ficken Leichen, das Milton und die Bessie. Bloodsport Records und Bhattacharya vergewaltigen Leiche, denn sie können sich nicht wehren. Sei herzlich willkommen zur ertotenen Orgie. Wir ficken Leichen, das Milton und die Bessie. Bloodsport Ertotenen Orgie. Das Milton und die Bessie. Transfer, fashion, seven, traffic,
God and now you're headless. So I can come in your mouth and I'll shit in your crowd. Dismembered slut, make you drown in the jizz and it's filling you up.
Adipose and bacterial gases pus. Evacuate, hot digest and mess out of your ass. Salivate at the thought of your salt and flavor. You're on the menu, chopped and diced, served in cheap containers. Marinate, slimy strips of sloppy entrails. Fried slivers of carb, soft tissue under your nails. A rare chronic infectious condition. Frantic, rabid, so many mutations. Death, loss, lavish, scorching sensation. Plastic, pus, blood rushing elation. Sprouting, pulsating, throbbing, dripping dick. Surprise! Face pumping with toxins, swallow with open eyes. Gag on the throat, invading tentacle raping beast eyes. Only morphine cunts emerge with discharge like me scented slugs. Stitches piercing holes, concoction, messy liquid strip. Identity are like mutant sexual, a slave to strip. A hussy empty plastic, extracting the dollars. Slip it in the gutter, let me excite you for a fiber. Its eyes, factorless laughter, distraction everlasting. So parts displayed like foul meat, tied with string. Close to cold death, only difference that it's sweating. Like turned to stain, subtle whispers condescending. Unbeknownst to the inner thigh trap, dribble regret. I feel your filthy digits penetrate without consent. Prevent your breath, throat gripped and held with disrespect. Memories mesmerized by your life, I disconnect.
I wanna slice off the top of your head and pack me constipated crap in it, but I got no reason for this, cause your brain's already fully as shit. Ectoplasmic worms feeding on your heart, their feces control your mind. Your path no longer yours to find, led by the shit I shat behind. Fecal servants keep breathing in your skull while I suck on your spirit through my sphincter vortex. Using your nails in me rotten realm, we arseholes make perfect Gore-Tex. Drowned in pounding manifested flesh where shit is the only food we eat. Loop forever immortal mesh, I chain you to your fucking meat. Parasites living forever inside, keeping you alive but dead. When you're stuffed with shit, like all the shit you ever said. I'll slice you up with ecstatic glee, served with the dribble I collected while you split your thoughts to me. Delightful platters of shit meat dissected.
The mucus of my cock spits as my pussy twitches. Buried seven cocks in a dying ass stitches. All stitches in your ass lips when I rip yes. Paranormal shit spraying out your dick when I lick. Diarrhea smothered on my lips when I take the shit. I love it when the dying babies vomit on my clit. Pararexic, craving wet mud cakes from the septic. Swimming in a shit, take it so euphoric. The peasantries enchant my pussy lips and my ass cracks animated. I'm brown, smelly when I'm sated. Justify my love for your worms when your ass is invaded. So the chicks are separated. Now your ass meat is getting grated. I'm wet for your anus when your bloody balls are hot. Worms from your shit start to crawl up my twat. Eat shit, sit with my vomit same cunt. Chew the worms in my ass on the scat hunt. I'm ever so famished for a diarrhea sandwich from the holy portal. I'll eat every morsel.
Yeah, you need cosmetic readjustments rather than deplete for my demonic consumption. Keep your cold flesh liquor run dead to me. Blood drips from your gaping hole. Sucking shit out your blizzard crack. Swallow up my thing when you're jerking on my sack. You can't get stuffed with decapitated dog's heads. And the blood and jism lubricates the rectums of the dead. Sacrificial ass meat burning on the altar of dung. Smothered with your shit to please the palate on my tongue. Falling with the blood runs, blistering your wet cuts. Force feed your bleeding eyes, substance with my burning stool jumps in my cum. Animate your dead ass lips with my shit. Lacerating in it as I break your fucking cock. Dominate you with this sphincter tight round my erection. Shouldn't we dissected? Excrement and busted burgers off for my collection. Use them in your colon as I mummify your rectum.
Butcher's Harem. We're gonna make hand puppets out of your severed cock.
X-rated puppet theater of the dead. Thrusting penis puppetry controls the motions of your head. Electronic circuits in the walls of your rectum. Animate your genitals to feed our erection. In the theater of Venice, where the punishers
Erotic flesh is torn, devoured corpses are poured. Watch the sexy dead horse perform the lap dance of gore. When a creative vision is your afterlife submission.
Using a carved out horse's cock into my head, puppet of choice, ripping the entrails out of your twat. Bleeding kicks your vulva moist, draining vital essence out of the anal cavities of adolescence. Loving the taste of your putrescence, recycle the sexual elements. Deceased genitals thrown together, dead organs taste better when they're sliced up and severed, dismembered and shredded. Spraying the jism in the mouths of firm beheaded, rotten flesh, marionettes, forced to have sex with the scale obsessed. Your violent demise is my creative vision. Performing X-rated afterlife renditions in my picture of your vaginal decomposition. Your mortal flesh is cursed and imprisoned, waiting to be liberated by my razor sharp incision. Your remains are reborn, just to perform this erotic carcass porn. I glorify affection, licking obsessors castrated, banished and molded to perfection in an orgy of cold-blooded venereal infection, sucking on dermatosis. Beautiful anal lesions at the onset of your necrosis. Atrophic capsules with follicular plug-in. We sculpt the rotten meat for the puppet theater of pornographic corpses fucking.
I'm pulling the strings of the hanging severed penis bait. I lubricate the cabin of the swarm, beat, cake, gyrate, masturbate. A castrated cock on the terrified face. Your limbs are displaced, intercepting waste. I taste my perfect mate. I'm thinking a prostate, penetrate and marinate your anal juice into a perfect paste. My vagina is a ventriloquist, covered in a bloody mist, spraying out blood when I start to fist. I persist till the gaping holes cease to exist. You know you can't resist the misogynist gynecologist. Your dick is so small and thin, it can only be used as a finger puppet. Now you're a lifeless muppet, rotting in the cupboard, a salivating mouth of the vagina dentata, starving for my dream cadaver. Now I'll be your holy mother. I've got my hand right up your rectum to your mouth. Now I'm your dictator, your anal interrogator. I keep your brains in the refrigerator so I can save the flavor for later. I string your genitals up like a marionette, smoke your cock like cigarettes, suck on it till it's moist and wet, like I'm giving my worst enemy head. Now your dick resembles nothing but a dying worm. When you get desperate and you start to squirt, that's when I light up again and touch myself as you slowly burn.
X-rated puppet theater of the dead. Thrusting penis puppetry controls the motions of your head. Electronic circuits in the walls of your rectum animate your genitals to feed our erection. In a theater of inners, where the punishers of sinners. Erotic flesh is torn, devoured corpses are poured. Watch the sexy dead horse perform the lap dance of gore. When a creative vision is your afterlife submission.
Inflict a fractal abdomen, internal assault. Intestine mechanics practiced in front of a holy goal. With the century carcass and human devoured meat, covered in my excrement from your head to your feet. You lie awake while your skull is crushed. Surgical barbarians in practice with the long blade of my blood. I like to eat all the parts of my victims. Surgical butchery that is inflicted with incisions. Gouge at your brain with my rectal dispenser. Lacerate your anus and infect you with cancer. Masturbate my shit like melted chocolate ice cream. Ovulate my septic prostate till you vomit and scream. Optical stabbery, traumatizing flesh. Punching and repetitively cum blood fingering. I place a 7-finger right deep in your bowels. Strangulate your testicular udders just like a cow. I'm the rectal surgical masticator, and you're a sex slave to a vaginal violator. I'm a parasitic blood-sucking sexual disease, drinking your betrayal while you bed on my knees. I'm a psychotic hatchet killer with an anal infection, spraying my rotten juice in your direction. It's my sexual desire to rape an unborn fetus with my massive mutilated masticated penis. Disciples of the cock that spray blood jism with the pus that flows from my anal aneurysm. Open up your uterus and drink my pee. I get an erection when I see your fucking cunt bleed.
seen horrors that you've seen. But you have no right to call me a murderer. You have a right to kill me. You have a right to do that. But you have no right to judge me. It's impossible through words to describe what is necessary to those who do not know.
Welcome to the night of the plastic death. I put your face in the bag with the rest of your head. Early morning mist in the roar of wheels and the smell of oil, the glove black stains still. Clear arms up with black liquid death. While you copy rotting flesh gasp for your breath. Human cannibals from the day we were born, so took the teen of human gore till I got a chainsaw. Different from the rest of disfigured mess, as I pull my fucking fist right through your chest. I'll cover your mouth in a barbed wire mesh while I keep you alive on a metal bench. I'll pry at your eye with a ninja star, split your skull with the fucking shit-stained crowbar. I'll cut off your head with rusty gun shit while screwdriver penetrates your blood-soaked hair. Wait in the alley silently while three in the dark slice your body violently. Get on your knees and pray for a deal to earn my meal so your fate is sealed. Pull your breathing organs out one by one. Taste a fresh taste on the tip of a rotten tongue. Keep a rusty pick up with the left of my coat. Hack through your brain and your skinny red throat. Drag a lover's body through sewer tunnels. Drain your future blood into plastic funnels. There's a greater pleasure than to fuck the dead. So I'll fucking live this body till my cock turns red. Fuck you with the eyeball till my suit is red. That's when I get a chainsaw and cut off your fucking head. Keep a fat bitch attached to a force feeder. Then we use a plump twat as a baby breeder. Reside in the depths of the river weed while your body decomposes and your skin turns green. Reside in the depths of the river weed while your body decomposes and your skin turns green. I'm gonna come in your fat fucking bowl cunt and fuck your fucking baby! MC fucking cum blood! Slaves with a scalpel inserted to enlarge your breast. Forced memory modification aids for the violent anal sex. And the penetration of torn ass flesh as the burning forms and contours for my erotic appreciation. Pussy eating clitoris castration. Aggravation of pain is a new vaginal sensation. Victims are rectally modified to appease the minds of the sick. Indulge in morbid operations to form a detachable clit. Now your new bladder is constructed to arouse my diaper fetish. The urethral upgrading, combining all of the childbearing elements with offcuts and dead corpses, genital remnants left with a lack of ocular functions. Rough scalpel renditions to enable the vaginal suction when I punctures. Infants' labia sewn to the open wounds, making a new point of entry for the organ copulation. Your large intestines take the abusive penis thrust, ejaculate semen into your twitching guts. You're just one of my homemade sluts with parts of fetus and dogs attached. You're barely alive, you're able to reach a state of sexual climax as true satisfaction, altering imperfections of human form. Mutilating multiple slaves to produce the plastic snuff porn. Cosmetic erotic conceptions of raw meat in an orgy of sperm-soaked gore. Genital transformations, parental ovulations and plasticization of patients.
Ich baue mir meine Frauen so wie ich sie brauche. Vertraue einfach meinen Augen.
Geriatric plastic enhancements for squatted organ feasting gratification.
Mit dem Rotstoff Botox ins Produkt bis Kot kommt. Der Kack ist mein Rohstoff, die Ware Schonkost und nicht wie die Ware vom Bofrost. Wir wagen schon so oft zusammen, wenn du auf Klo hockst. Bukake für den Totenkopf, in Plastic Clips vor einem Blowjob. Scheiße, in deine Scheide, bevor ich sie mir rausschneide und anderen Frauen zeige. Ich glaube an keine, außer an meine auch mit eigenen Augen in Schein genommenen Zeichen. Ich verteile weibliche Reize mit 666 Pfosten an den Beinen und 33 Brüste auf dem Rücken zum Streicheln. Viele Münder münden in einem, also viele Gründe, um zu bleiben.
Transformations for rectal ovulations and plasticization of patients.
Ich baue mir meine Frauen so, wie ich sie brauche. Vertraue einfach meinen Augen.
Geriatric plastic enhancements for slaughtered organ feasting gratification.
Plastic surgery for penile stimulation, tubular arch tissue reconstruction for perverse anal functions, breast implants the size of small children, cosmetic procedures leave my female patients squealing, amputate your leg and peel back your succulent rotten meat, place a hand on your disconnected, hacked up foot, jerk your face forward ready to stab, knife incisions left to right, to make holes in teen facial cheeks, so I can come in your bleeding open receptacle and watch my cum flow out your holy face. Worn, torn, reborn, my slut scalped the tissue I use for my coroner porn. Window shopping for fresh body parts on populated streets. 1, 2, 3 bitches I take unto the deep. Disemboweled, then the genitals are sewed together with semen-soaked leather. Mutilated, multicolored cunts ready to fuck in sequence. Frequent tissue augmentation for sexual supplements. I'm the father of uterus reconstruction and facilitating clitoris liposuction. Prosthetic spinal pleats implanted in your cadaver. A cum-covered axe on wheel to eat, beat and carve ya. Duct tape is used to stop your ventricle retracting. My scalpel is impacting your exposed innocent childlike muscles. Pustule vapors rise, and for the cum blood rapists. Genital transformations for rectal ovulations and plasticization of patients.
Ich baue mir meine Frauen so, wie ich sie brauche. Vertraue einfach meinen Augen.
Geriatric plastic enhancements for slaughtered organ feasting gratification. I steal sex slaves from the old folks home, surgically tape for slack porno. Slash grey tits with the samurai sword. Sew them onto the owls of a dead whore. Cat Granny's face, tear it off his skull. Staple the box back to grandpa's asshole. False lead in laxatives. Collision telling their wife lips. Skeptics so righteous, skin graft to the hymen, hammer and grinder. Amputation devices, slash triceps. Watch grandpa try a red cheek check. Rubbing in his wrinkles, scraped on my choking with granny's fallopian tubes. I rape grandpa with grannies. Cat blood as my loot. Cosmetic corp porn surgery. I purge the urge for murdering. Inject our moose for collagen. Use meat hooks to tighten skin. Take out great chism. Cerebral liposuction. Erotic abductions. I'm a right to death to be pimped. I'll invent a granny bitch freak that shrimps.
Genital transformations for rectal ovulations and plasticization of patients.
Ich baue mir meine Frauen so, wie ich sie brauche. Vertraue einfach meinen Augen.
Geriatric plastic enhancements for slaughtered organ feasting gratification.
Genital transformations for rectal ovulations and plasticization of patients.
Ich baue mir meine Frauen so, wie ich sie brauche. Vertraue einfach meinen Augen.
Geriatric plastic enhancements for slaughtered organ feasting gratification.
Dominate with ease, demented, dysfunctional outcasts, inferior species of birth defects and spastics, enslaved to a franchise of black market brothels, destroyed in underworld orgies of the beaten and rape victims. Virgins are herded and fed on the sperm till they're broken, then they get murdered and sodomized. Jism fills their innocent eyes, a life devoid of light, brain damage with a pet side. My fresh lover's meat is tight, and need my conjoined twin whores came at a high price. When they're tortured, I like the sound of their pain-filled cries. Raw maggot-ridden meat is used to entice. After mutilation of entire sacrificed bloodlines of inbred six-fingered mutant sluts give head. Undeveloped vaginas of genetic experiments. Brutal brutalized without effort. It's a game sport for the perverted sort. Mutants with distorted features, bow down to the overbearing weapons of the pig lord. Chemically unbalanced and starved cannibals. Sexually addicted, they need to drink semen like it's a raised sex animal. Born of perversity, imprisoned to be molested eternally. The treatment of human scum keeps me erect permanently.
My appetite into sexual encounters as I approach mental home counters. Retarded encounters with deformed human specimens. Premature births, sculpted for functions and profanity. Incarcerated children, attracted to stink flavour. Saliva deposits filled with the smell of Down syndrome cuts and razors. Horizontal legions tower over the one-of-a-kind triple rectal deformity. An assorted suite that's raped and wound in pus-filled bloody hospital sheets. Dragged down hallway to the operation room. The scat-covered fecal rectal breeding tank for purposes of impregnating multiple chemicals. In passive bash servers for birth productions. All my newly formed physical and mental development enhancements are used for sideshow sex cabins or snuff movies with retarded features. From creatures with anatomically incorrect skeletal oddities with natural lobotomies are caressed during painful motions of demonic rape sodomy.
Und hast keinen Schimmer. Trotzdem fick ich dir in den Hintern wie Kambler kleine Kinder. Mein Schwanz kommt bis in dein Blinddarm, der Rambock ist da. You can call me Fister, denn ich kann doch immer. Du hast Angst vor dem Spinner, beim Arschloch ist es finster. Ich fege vor Wut eine Missgeburt. Sie findet es gut, ich wechsel die Windeln und spritze Blut. Wie es sonst eine Spritze tut, wichse rund um die Uhr, bis ich nur noch pissen tu. Deine Tussi steht auf Sodomie, so dumm ist sie. Und ihre Muschi hat jeder schon benutzt wie ein Kondom zum Überziehen. Freakazoid, fick deine Leukämie. Euer Sigmund Freud MC freut sich wie ein Freund der Chirurgie.
Butcher's Harem, most big man Jordan and Kampmann, about to spend some savage ass punishment and idle execution.
To all you fucking perverts out there, I wanna taste the sacrificial secretion from your gaping gat.
Last night I ate the remains of my servants, the sixth version in a lubricious excursion. I savored the machinered asses, sloths on my dying kip. Scat playing till my penis grew limp. With vomit on my dick, then I flush it down the sink. When I'd had enough to drink, the tender shade of crimson wash and clean my bum cleaver. And kill some cheese from the sandwich up your beaver. All slaves have to taste the adjustments on my rear weaver. Then a flowered anus reamer. All was soft when the feast held my brick rise aloft. The first two maidens forced to eat the turd laden. Goat beaters with their pubic regions, tender lines of hot wax. Hands with
Missing from my meat cleavers, hacks, little 7 arms drenched in their own cup bomb. The bleeding teenage stumps have an immaculate charm. I eroticise daily with the need for bodily harm. It takes the blood and diarrhea keeps me calm. In my boudoir, copious fluoride and vanquishing, cleaver brandishing and dead infidel get up to sampling. After licking the polluted clitoris and eyeballs, the rest of my cock feeling sluts. I fuck couplely with the leftover guts.
Excreted rectal ceremonious discharge, lubricated with your lard as the meat's carved. Your brain's molded to the shape of my phallus. Anal execution in the arse, butcher's palace. Excreted rectal ceremonious discharge, lubricated with your lard as the meat's carved. Your brain's molded to the shape of my phallus. Anal execution in the arse, butcher's palace. You're butchered in a state of irate onanism, vanquishing your semen, evoking narcissism, dripping crimson from your penis's incision. The vaginal attrition consumes the sporadic bleeding man of your weenus sub-incision. It's malevolent punishment to the sexual deviants. Your death is meaningless. We inflict the pain on your cussed juckers, vomiting remnants, sliced up with no phallic resemblance. Then we fist fuck your dying ass with a vengeance. You spend your last hours as a slave. Your pricks cut and deface will hammer nails in your brains. I need to moisturise my hungry slits, so I spit on your grave. Bury 7 penis meat in my salty wet cave. I love to drink the sacrificial blood from your gaping asshole. It's a bloodbath of earthen vessels, spraying out your anal aerosol. My circumcised vagina demands you're riddled with disease, drowning in my coral reef. The throbbing varicose veins start to bleed. Your congested penis is eaten deliciously when it's infested with bursting capillaries. I fuck you to death anally. I'm the vaginal cannibal of my dead enemies. Excreted rectal ceremonious discharge, lubricated with your lard as the meat's carved. Your brain's molded to the shape of my phallus. Anal execution in the arse, butcher's palace. Excreted rectal ceremonious discharge, lubricated with your lard as the meat's carved. Your brain's molded to the shape of my phallus. Anal execution in the arse, butcher's palace.
I got my tomahawk right in your anus, cutting up your arse to watch your blood start draining. It's clit torture, my spurs like a mortar, summoning the lord of the scat porn slaughter. Fear receptacle with my hot steamy shit, slash a meat cleaver from your hip to your clit. My rectal colour's sperm flavoured, burning cock rips up your ass like a sharp jagged rock. I wanna cut through your head real deep, slash you with the cleaver like a fresh piece of meat. Fill you up with semen while you bash at my feet, cut you into pieces and rake you in the creek. I put my knife between your great big cunt, grotesque carnage for my sacrificial hunt. Set your ass on fire till it's burnt and numb, slashing at your tits till they pop like a melon. Marinating my semen till you're rotten and smelling. Sacrifice your anus and the rest of your vulva, cover you in my septic slime and drill out your molars. The rectum ass for torture dash of blood, dripping from the chunks of your sliced up rump. Then we'll usually cut it in trousers and penis pump.
Excreted rectal ceremonious discharge, lubricated with your lard as the meat's carved. Your brain's molded to the shape of my phallus. Anal execution in the arse, butcher's palace. Excreted rectal ceremonious discharge, lubricated with your lard as the meat's carved. Your brain's molded to the shape of my phallus. Anal execution in the arse, butcher's palace.
My cock is soaked in vomitous liquids. After my abhorrent semen inflicts the sickness, I'm making deep throat till they spew blood for my pornographic pictures of snuff porn in my human abattoir of bitches. It turns me on when the stomach gases pour from the luscious lips of a famished whore. Force to suck the cock till they puke, dieting on semen so their weight's reduced. A strict regime of torturing and oral abuse. Lungs full of vomit, they're unconsciously seduced. Everybody nudes and every cup bleeds, and I like to get sucked off by a starved bulimic rotten teeth. If you're hungry for a vomit-inducing feed, start begging for my semen, then get down on your knees. If my penis doesn't kill you, we'll be left with a deadly disease. You can hurl at the same time my penis spews. Now I use the vomit on my cock for lube. Your little butt tears and bruises easy, while it's getting the vomit flavored meat feeding. It feels nice and wet cause the ass crack's bleeding. Anal reflux cause it's not designed for eating. Vomit fueled reaming, it's repulsively redeeming. I didn't even notice that her heart stopped beating.
Suck on the penis till you're out of breath. Sluts vomit up blood till there's nothing left. Induce the bulimia with oral sex. In my human abattoir, my cock chokes you to death. Suck on the penis till you're out of breath. Sluts vomit up blood till there's nothing left. Induce the bulimia with oral sex. In my human abattoir, my cock chokes you to death. Force bitter malnourished, regurgitating all stomach fluids need to be encouraged and not ignored. I feel your filthy orifice with my penis covered in sores. Asphyxiation keeps my penis engorged. Pull back your head while you gag and spew, so you ingest my excreted rectal tissue. Regurgitate pus and plasma through your broken nose. There's many ways that the vomit can flow. Broken teeth, blood, saliva and bile spray from your holy fuck face. Smash your head in with my fist, so it's easier for you to gag and embrace. My blood and semen's all you can taste. Oral smothering to induce asphyxiation, a brutal assault, a facial laceration, a false cock in your deep throat to make you choke. Place a hand on your torn cunt for a wet grow. Ejaculate my semen to your moist wet eyes. Levitate my balls over your chin for the oral ride. Slap my dick on your tonsils where you gag for your life. Slip on my fluids while I cut your tits with a knife. Rip your mouth open while I'm in balls deep. Spit stomach acids as I smash your teeth. Duration on my monster cock while I'm throbbing in your throat while my blood and semen leaks. Suck on the penis till you're out of breath. Sluts vomit up blood till there's nothing left. Induce the bulimia with oral sex. In my human abattoir, my cock chokes you to death. Suck on the penis till you're out of breath. Sluts vomit up blood till there's nothing left. Induce the bulimia with oral sex. In my human abattoir, my cock chokes you to death.
So I can suck a thick word, white blood from the udders. Irrepressible fornication for domination. After a prolific cerebral separation, cause the semen saturation. During all drop to use the best time for masturbation of the lifeless corpse seduction with the tight anus suction, inducing the testicular eruptions. A pleasure is corruption of delicate rectal functions.
Messy girl. Oh, here. It's messy. Clean yourself up.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
Oh, what's wrong with me?
You're getting a cock shot at you for it.
This is
nothing wrong.
You know what it is, honey? This is real face fuck.
Is it real?
Yeah, this is real face fuck.
Ti faticazione orale, influenza intestinale, il mio genitale. Ti soffoco con un tampax, ti faccio venire con una svastica. Quando foto con la donna grassa, ti glutisci la mia urina infetta. Anal shit, monta la mia carcassa barbarica, bile sulla massa. La mia malforme faccia conserva la mia diarrea scaduta.
Impugna era l'imbuto, te la rispillo io tutta la birra che ho bevuto, zero fake. Prendi il mio bouquet forzatamente sulla faccia già abusata, razza di ingrata, la mia pioggia dorata. Tra lacrime e mascara scopro il total fizz, fuck oral. Faccio scuola con sentito in gola, vieni a fare il mio contenitore per la scuola. Una troia in calore, vada sono io che le faccio il favore.
Sexual contact with animals.
I've been with animals. I've been with humans. I love to be with both.
Sexual contact with animals.
Animal intimacy, titillating sexual techniques, perverted relations, erotic indulgence with distorted meats. Sex freaks and fuck pigs, dogs and midget horses. Zoophiles that like to eat lots of different courses. Dalmatian cock ejaculates in your oversized mouth. It's tasty like pastry, it's come-made savory. It's interracial, take the canine facial. The bestiality, your bloody anus is all torn. You're starring interspecies porn because your vagina's loose and worn. It's like sticking your dick in a cow, but it's what's more attractive. Your vagina's less elastic, being impacted by a horse that's sexually overactive. In my erotic farm of animal passions, where dogs lavish erect penises in your uterus, thrashing a donkey cock in your face while on your ass cheeks, also bleeding action while the rapper dog's balls are bashing. Insist on non-consensual consumption of human flesh from a living source, preferably dying horse. Dead sluts gutted in the form of filled vaginal lips filled. I suck the bloody breast milks when I kill. Toast the war infested labia skin of my grill. Victims dissected for favour, the pineal gland I savour as I slice off your brain with a razor. And part of your body is wasted. Devour cranial delicacies, suck the cerebral blood from the skulls of my dying enemies. I spit the vaginal slobs of my stiff red cock, cause I like to fuck while I eat the freshly carved human meats. It's a ritual blood feast, cutting portions of your corpses while my throbbing penis leaks. And be taking feeble limbs to feed my hunger. I slash your pussy flaps to wake my penis from its slumber. Break the half-eaten woman's cadavers, dousing my cuss and chuckers of floating love chunder. Your punctured hearts pumping blood splatters, invaded with double-bladed foul cutters. Rotten gourmet organs are eaten to aid in sexual performance. Brain matters juice to induce heightened reality distortions. As I perform a horrific act of torture, I crush bones with a mortar, mix blood and boil in my saucer. It's an anthropomorphic slaughter. Peruvian catacombs where the scars of ritualistic cannibalized sadistic ceremonies of human consumption, a ravenous empowerment, a double-edged strength amongst the twisted, devoured meat stench. Ancient reincarnated demon beast, hunt the living eternally from feast to feast. Their appetites are increased for food, possessed of the recently deceased. I eat decomposing chunks of putrefied, cannibalized, circumcised female reproductive systems. Bionic symptoms forced upon my rotting victims. My altar of death is for penile erections and carnivorous dissections. My teeth perform a cervical lobotomy. It's vaginal destruction, flesh development of your excreted putrefied cunt. I swallow your labia and wash it down with the fresh clean blood. My ancient rights on performing pools of plasma and human compost. My phallus drips a cum lord from the fresh god. During my cannibal holocaust, I like to eat fresh bodies, a young child hottie. Cannibalize your unborn fetus. I created an unholy cult of young child eaters. We eat the unbelievers that taunt bird corpses to smear on my rotten mutilated penis.
Noch ein paar Stücke von deiner Schamlippe hängen grad zwischen meiner Zahnlücke. Denn ich komm von einer Kannibalinsel, um von meiner wahren Geschichte Anlass zu berichten. Abgeschnitten werden Arsch und Titten, dass die Samenergüsse nicht mehr warten müssen. Denn ich steck mein harten Pimmel in warme Ritzen, die ich mir in dein Körper schlitze und dann stark zerficke. Dein Darm hab ich mir inzwischen um meinen Schwanz gewickelt, bis ich dann abspritze. Ich hab dir in den Arm gebissen, in den Magen geschissen und ich werd auf dein Grabstein pissen. Ich schlafe im Sitzen, hasse den Himmel, deine Fragen sind simpel. Ich starte und gewinne. Auch die Kannibalen aus Australien haben grausame Rituale. Frauen versklaven und mit der Faust schlagen oder hautfarbene Haut tragen. 1000 Fragen über lauter Narbe, ein Haufen Magen